Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sam and I make videos about makeup, chronic illness, and whatever I want. And today I'm here to talk about my 2024 no buy. If you've been here, you know I did a low buy in 2023 that was pretty successful, and it made me just kind of want to take it one step further. I'm not going to get into everything in the intro, but I want to start out by saying that a strict no buy, where you literally buy nothing under any circumstance, not a replacement, not a special exception for like your birthday or a sale from a particular brand, that level of rigidness is going to fail automatically. Think of it as like a fad diet. Those are not at all successful. And what's going to happen is you're going to restrict yourself from buying so much that when you start buying again, you're just going to overconsume, not quite think about it, just almost have a scarcity mindset because you restricted for so long. That is not what my no buy is. This is just more of a reevaluation of where and how I'm spending my money. There's no harsh standards. I'm not going to have any kind of punishment or feel guilty if I break one of the rules or guidelines that I've made for myself. My no buy is strictly to help me focus on enjoying the products that I already have, looking at them in a different light, and really just narrowing down what I want to keep in my collection. I do a declutter every year, or I have the last couple of years, and I, kept a few things because I was like, well, I think I like this. My makeup tastes have changed, and I don't want to get rid of things just for the sake of getting rid of them. But I really want to be able to go in and things I haven't used in quite a while, revisit to make sure they're still my favorite. Like this eyeshadow palette I used today, I haven't actually used in quite a while. And it's the Huda Nude palette. It was my favorite for so long, and I was like, what if I don't like it anymore? I still love it. It's still a wonderful palette, but that's kind of the mindset of going into this. Do I still like the formula with where my skills have developed? Is this something that would be more useful to somebody else? Because I've really been able to fine-tune how I do makeup and the types of formulas I like. So I'd really like to focus on my already owned collection and just fine-tune it and tweak it. I also really want to check out of this mindset of overconsumption. The beauty industry is pumping out stuff like it has never before. And it's not unique to them, but it's easy to feel overwhelmed and get caught up in the new releases and kind of forget about the things that you already own. So this wants me to this is going to help me check back in and just find the pure joy of doing makeup, the art of makeup. During my low buy, I really, really narrowed down the brands that I like, the types of formulas that I like, and the products that I enjoy using the most. Like I have a favorite lip gloss formula, and I'm just kind of not super interested in trying new brands at this time in my life. There are a couple exceptions to that. I would like to try Clionadh Cosmetics. They've been on my wish list for a while, but I'm just not as excited by new releases unless it's a brand that I know I really, really love. And even then, I realized some stuff is just already in my collection, and I don't need a different version of it. So what are my guidelines exactly? I don't have 100% set in stone a budget per se, but I wanted to go with this after talking to a good friend, and I'm going to try to keep my spending at or under $1,500. I know that sounds extravagant and it is a lot of money, but that includes all of my skincare, all of my hair care, all of my body care, replacements of those things, and beauty purchases, whether it's fragrance, makeup. I don't know what other beauty products exist other than that. So at $1,500 is still a lot of money. I realize that, but I do use high-end almost everything. So it doesn't go as far as it would for some people, but replacement shampoo, things like that. I don't know how close or if I'll go over that because there are some things that I use in my routine that are just expensive. So I realize that this is just kind of a malleable kind of number. But it at least makes me more conscious of like, everything I'm buying. Like, do you really need this? Because it's going to count towards whatever. Like I said, there's no punishments and there's no guilt if I don't stick to that. I'm not watching what I'm spending like a hawk. I bought like 3 replacements the other day and I don't exactly know what it added up to. So the number is kind of a moot point to me in the grand scheme of things. But I like having the number in my mind, just helps me be more conscious. I will obviously be letting myself buy replacements. I bought a replacement hair cream because mine has probably one more use in it. I bought a replacement hair mask because I ran out of mine. I bought a replacement lipstick that I'm wearing right now because I am 99% out of it. Kind of like scraping the little bits left. Mascara, you know, you have to replace that every 3 months. So things like that are allowed. And to touch back on the $1,500 if it doesn't work out into that. But I have been using a lot more drugstore products for mascara. I've even added in some drugstore skincare items. I'm using drugstore shampoo. So being able to find products I really like at a more affordable price is also kind of something I'm doing. I don't want to do that thing where people just spend tons of money looking for cheaper dupes, because not everything is a dupe. But I watch a lot of people who do that. Their job is to review products, and I look and see if something meets my requirements that happens to be from the drugstore. Like the mascara I'm wearing today, L'Oreal Lash, is it Lash Paradise? I think it is. An exact dupe, or as close as you can get to Too Faced Better Than Sex, but half the cost. So things like that. I'm using a shampoo that is like Bond Repair by L'Oreal. I think it was in my empties video, that my hair likes better than it liked Olaplex to help keep the damage away. I mean, my hair looks very healthy. So, that's the kind of thing that's just on the back of my mind, to just be conscious about what I'm purchasing. You know, you have a blush formula you like. Do you really need to find a dupe, or would you rather just stick with what you know? Because even if it's cheaper, you could be wasting money if you don't like it as much. That kind of thing. The next exception is going to be April. I usually get birthday. I usually get beauty related things for my birthday, which is April, and that is also generally when the Sephora spring sale is, and that's when I will do some of my larger like repurchases. I need an eye cream every 6 months, and I have it timed for each of the sales. So I'll get a new eye cream if I run out of one of my Drunk Elephant products. I have some things on my list. I need like new dry shampoo. I want to get one that's non-aerosol. There's a hair towel I'm looking at that's supposed to just be better for curly and wavy hair with air drying. So things like that. I do have on my radar to buy a few fragrances this year, but I don't really have any cosmetic beauty items that like I'm watching for specifically, unless I run out of something like a foundation. So April is a buy month. Specific IPs. There are 2 IPs I'm giving myself permission to purchase items from if they come out. I don't know that anyone's going to do this, so don't take this as I have insider information. I don't know. But if these 2 IPs come out from a brand that I enjoy and I like the products, I can buy them at any time. The first is SpongeBob. As you can see, I like SpongeBob a lot. And the second is Halloween, the movie, like Michael Myers. I think Glamlight's kind of hinted at that. I don't know if they'll save it for the end of the year or what, if that is a thing. But those are 2 IPs that I am free to buy something from if I enjoy it at any point. The next is just going to be when my no buy ends. I want to shift it to a low buy from September to December. So this is the time where you're getting all of your holiday releases. There's another Sephora sale, and there's Black Friday. I'm obviously going to be very mindful and conscious of the things that I purchase, but this will be another stock up for me, whether I need hair care, whether I need skincare. I'll obviously need another eye cream because the one from April will be empty/expired. Black Friday sales. I would like to shop that Cleona sale. Like I mentioned, that is a brand I'm interested in trying. If I'm running low on anything, like I'm going through Pillow Talk lipsticks like crazy because it is my most used lipstick. Foundation, concealer. If there is a release from a brand that interested me through the year, an Odin's Eye or something, and it's still available at Black Friday, that would be something I would consider as well. I just want to be very conscious with what I purchase because we don't go through beauty products nearly as quickly as some people might think you would, you know, be like, oh, I'm going to use this up really quickly. Not so much. I will obviously need, you know, like setting powder or finishing powder. This is technically, well, it says setting powder. I guess this is the same. Now, Hourglass is both setting and finishing powder. Things like that. I'll probably need a new foundation. I have a couple, but like Double Wear is my favorite. I don't know that I'll run out of much other stuff besides maybe a setting spray, a lip liner. You know, I'm not going to run out of eyeshadow. I'm not going to run out of highlighter. I'm not going to run out of blush. But I am free to purchase maybe new makeup brushes. That is something that I'm considering in a Black Friday because some of my old Morphe brushes are either in my declutter because they are just falling apart or they're getting there. They're getting close. So I could invest in things like that, but I don't want to just go hog wild and black out and like buy 101 makeup items, lipsticks, blushes, eyeshadows for the sake of it. Now, if in the fall when I do my declutter, if I find I've gotten rid of like a decent amount of products and I'm like, I actually need X. Like I do realize, and I don't know when I'll do this, I don't have a true pink lip liner. A lot of the nude ones I have lean warm. I don't have like a neutral, and I would like a brown. So there are things missing from my collection that I would like to add that based on how I've been doing my makeup and just paying attention, there are little empty pockets or holes, but those I will save for special occasion, again, my birthday or the September to December bracket. They're definitely not needs, but they're things I'm very interested in. Like I would like Stone from MAC. That's a very beautiful color that I think would look great in the fall and the winter time. I don't have anything like that in my collection. I want this no buy to help me. It's almost like a wardrobe edit, except it's a cosmetics edit. I want to really spend time with everything. Like I know I have so many MAC lipsticks to where I bought it because I thought I'd like the color, but I don't actually like the formula too much. A great example is Diva. I haven't worn that in a while, but the last time I wore it, it was just so uncomfortable and drying that give it another shot by going through my makeup this year, and if I don't like it, I can declutter it. I want to do that with everything. Really give it its spotlight chance to shine. Try it in different ways. Maybe it doesn't work this way, but it might work this way. Diva might be more comfortable with a lip gloss, etc. So my no buy is not about preventing purchases or punishing myself. It's not a spending diet. It is just a redistribution of my attention from releases to what I already own, and then giving the things I own the attention they deserve and rediscovering what I love that I have while discovering what I don't actually like anymore, and that can be moved and just edit my collection out. I first started this by thinking I might give myself like a limit, like X amount of products. Like you can buy 3 eyeshadow palettes this year. You could buy 2 fragrances, something like that. But I realized that was way too much of a restriction and it would probably backfire. Instead, I would like to implement a waiting period. Even if it's limited edition, unless my heart absolutely sings like it's SpongeBob or Michael Myers, I want to implement some kind of waiting period where I really look through my collection and think about it and decide, do you really want this or is the marketing just calling to you? Overall, my main goal is I would like to have 6 full months this year where I don't buy anything at all unless it's a replacement. I'm not going to count a replacement because I can't just not have shampoo, you know. But I would like to buy nothing new that isn't a replacement for 6 months this year. Again, no punishment if I don't do that, but it will just kind of be another reflection of, did you really need this thing? Did you fall for marketing? Did you fall for scarcity mindset or FOMO or the like? But it also just gives me time to figure out if there are things that I really want to add to my collection in the future, or am I happy and content with where it is? Maybe I downsize a lot more and I don't want to replace something. I'm just really interested to see where this takes me. Obviously, I'm not discouraging anyone from doing a no-buy. I'm not saying that you're a better person if you do, or you're a bad person if you don't. But if you would like to do something like this, even if it's just a small one, like 1 month no buy, I think it is really fun in a sense. The low buy really helped me figure out that I hate so many things that I have purchased. Like, I have wasted money in a sense because I wanted to try this thing, or the packaging got me, or the marketing got me. And now I've tried so much makeup that, like, I know what I love. I know what formulas I love. I know what kind of colors that I like. I know that quite often cool toned nudes just make me look like I have a black eye, so I don't need to get like a mauve color. I know that pinks look great on me. I know that I like one certain kind of lip gloss. I like another type of formula of lipstick, those types of things. So I don't feel the need to explore anymore because why fix what isn't broken? So maybe that is something you're interested in doing this year, just going through your own collection and realizing, I already have a favorite X. Why do I want to try anything else? And it doesn't mean that trying new things is bad, but I think when it comes to constant consuming, it's kind of silly. Wait until you run out of a product, and then when you go to replace it, maybe you try something new. That's what I'm going to do with my dry shampoo, is when I finish mine up, I'm going to try a non-aerosol one and see what happens. But don't feel the need to buy things just because everyone on the internet's raving about it, because quite frequently they're not being truthful, or they're being paid to say something, or they just have completely different skin and like different types of things than you do. Just because it's popular doesn't mean it's going to work on your oily skin or your dry skin or your textured skin. Things like that, just to take into consideration. I know how easy it is to see something that's maybe like a collab that you're really excited about, or it's a color story that's maybe unique to your collection, but it's not a brand that you particularly enjoy. Brands are constantly coming up with new things and copying each other that I promise if you wait, a brand you do know that you love all their releases from will come out with something similar. Let me know down below if you're planning on doing any kind of no buy, low buy, at least being more conscious of what you're spending. I get we're practically in a recession right now. The economy is wild, so talking about beauty purchases seems kind of silly, but it's something that a lot of us do, and I think that being transparent about, hey, I realize that I have bought way more stuff than I need, and I would like to slow down and reevaluate where I'm at. It's important to just help people realize that, like, they're not alone and they're not being judged because maybe they spent too much and they feel kind of silly. Or like my situation, you know, you bought stuff and you used it once, you hated it, and now it's wasted money in a sense. I will say, don't feel the guilt. It wasn't fully wasted because it did help you decide that you don't like a particular thing, and there's no other way to figure that out than try. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I will be doing like a 6-month update. So in June, I'll be talking about what I bought like thus far in the year. If I want to change any of my rules, like maybe I decide I don't want to shop Black Friday or something like that. But I look forward to that check-in. I look forward to hearing from you in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.